everyone, it's me again, you know who. Week is almost over, and so is this semester, which I'm actually looking forward to this Christmas break. And, you know, I actually do know two of the things I'm actually getting for Christmas, which should be awesome. In fact, anyway, I'd like to actually take this moment to do a different kind of review right now. I actually decided to take the time to watch the Hunchback of Notre 2. Wow, was it bad. I mean, where do I even start now? I mean, it only made me appreciate the original one a whole lot more, and I like so many things wrong with this one. They were all just right with the first one. Like, some people even on the IMDb page kept on saying, like, you know, Victor Hugo is turning in his grave. Well, like, I assume it is the artist, well, I mean, the novelist that made the book, The Hunchback, which Disney, I suppose, took it and called it The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, first of all, to start with this, all of the voice actors actually do reprise their roles in this one. I mean, it's still Tom Hullock as Quasimodo, Demi Moore as Esmeralda, and Kevin Kline as Phoebus. And of course, Jason Alexander as the gargoyle Hugo again. But I actually forgot who did the voices of the other gargoyles, Victor and Laverne. But anyway, moving on. In parts of story, in parts of the story for the whole film, the story is just weak and nothing special at all. The writers didn't even try with this one. Well, of course, it starts off with you know, the main characters setting up another, you know, festival, like a Feast of Fools. This time, Frollo is not there to stop them. However, it's like we see Quasimodo apparently defying gravity and jumping from building to building, setting up decorations, and yeah, the songs in this made me want to vomit. Really, they're that bad. It's like the characters just spoke in regular dialogue, and the director just told them to sing them. Apparently, which I actually saw the director of this movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, actually did more Disney sequels, and I don't know what his future's going to be like with the whole Disney Corporation, but anyway, yeah, the songs are just shit in this film. I mean, it's almost as if entertaining as if, like, I am now going to turn on this light switch with all of this light that's bright right now. Do you see? La-di-da-da, and shit, crap like that. Yeah. And we get like about a whole hour of that, per se. This film seems really shorter than the original one. Yeah, and you might be wondering, is there an antagonist in this movie? Kinda. Well, yeah, there is. There's this, like, wicked sorcerer / circus performer / thief who's in this movie. And guess what his plot is? To steal a large antique bell that Quasimodo has. That's right. Yeah, he's out to steal a bell with valuable jewels inside it because it'll make him rich, he says. I don't know where he's going to go to sell the bell to get money from it, but yeah, even most of the logic in this film made no sense. Like, this circus guy, he can apparently make things disappear just by, like, you know, doing some kind of spells. I mean, well, either he's using magic or he's using trap doors under like the stages to make like people fall through. Now the newest character in this movie is actually another a woman named Madeline, who Quasimodo ends up having a relationship with, and Madeline is also the partner of the evil circus guy. Yeah, Suresh, that's his name. Yeah. The villain in this movie, and trust me, you'll appreciate Frollo a whole lot better. Sure, Frollo was more badass, but he was at least more unique than this guy. Yeah, I mean, now let's see. Well, Adeline is voiced by Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she at first feels like uncomfortable around Quasimodo because of his, you know, his deform. But then they two like end up falling in love and going out together, and their relationship is just pathetic, really. Yeah, you know, just Well, you see them jumping on rooftops and, singing about, we're in love and, yawn and it's painful, yes. Another thing that really baffled me about this one is that, is that Phoebus and Esmeralda have a kid in it named Zephyr, voiced by Haley Joel Osment. How about that? And this kid is freaking irritating. Yeah, he just starts off by doing this, like a bull run kind of thing, and Quasimodo has this club that's saying, oh, you want to go to it? Come on, and this kid just won't shut up. He's like going blah, 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 and yeah. Haley Joel Osment also did the voice of Chip in Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas, as well as Mowgli in Jungle Book 2. I guess he's always picked to do like little kids in Disney sequels. Though he was successful in M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense, I See Dead People, yada yada yada. Now, the basic other problem with this movie, let's see, the climax. The climax is just crap, so not worth seeing. I was expecting maybe a big confrontation between like the bad guys against the good guys, kind of like how there was an awesome climax in the original Hunchback of Notre Dame, where Frollo and his men all like ganged up and seized Notre Dame like in order to like recapture Esmeralda, when Quasimodo, Phoebus, and the gargoyles all fought him off, and that was just kick-ass. But all that happens in this one is, now they're all spoilers here, just to let everyone know. Suresh, the villain, gets his hands on that large bell with the jewels inside it, which the bell has a name, I forgot it, but he finally gets his hands on the bell by making it just disappear somehow. And how he makes things disappear, I don't know, but we then all of a sudden see him and like his two henchmen with the bell on a boat going down through a moat underground with catacombs. And then somehow Zephyr and Jolly the goat manage to find their way there. And they're like, hey, you won't get away with this. And he's like, oh yes, I shall, you little brat. Get out of my way. This bell is mine. Yeah. And finally, Phoebus and the rest of the guards, led by Adeline and Quasimodo, all end up getting there. Suresh has Zephyr hostage, and then she's like, don't come near me or you'll never see your son again. And Phoebus is like, dang, alright, we'll let him go. But then finally, after Quasimodo is able to trust Adeline again, they sneak around this other part of the catacomb, the river, and yeah, here's what happens. All that happens is Quasimodo throws a rope across to like a rock or something, and then Madeline tight ropes across the rope, quoting like, the crowd is going wild. Yes, this is my moment. And then yeah, she just swings down and grabs the kid, saving him, and you're like, Suresh is like, well, what's going on? And then the guards show up, and as well as Phoebus, they go around the other way and catch him, and that's it. They lock him up, and it's pretty, like, that's it. What kind of pathetic climax is that? And so like he had a wig on too, like Zephyr the wizard did, a wig, and he kind of had this thing on his waist to make him look thinner, and then he's put in jail. He like says, I'll get away with this, I'll get out and get you guys again. He's so cliche. And so then the movie just ends like that, and that's it. Yeah. I can say I so did not enjoy this movie. I mean, Fox and Hound 2 had a little bit more subtle to this film, but like they didn't even try with the Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. I think they really need to stop with the Disney sequels, and just to stick with the originals, unless it's more in the territory of the rest of Down Under. Now, what else was I going to say? Well, now you might be wondering, did I like any song in the Hunchback of Notre Dame 2? Well, the only song I actually did like was the end credits song, which wasn't bad, but really still forgettable and nothing too special. But then the movie ends with our four main characters going like, I love Esmeralda, yeah, like, I love Phoebus, I love Quasimodo, I love Madeline, and then they all live happily ever after, and that's it, and they needed the bell for the festival. And we then close the film with small figurines of Quasimodo and Madeline, like the two wooden figures that he has in his village. with the gargoyles watching him. And that's it. Yeah, that's my review of Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. If you want to watch this movie, go ahead, waste your time, but I'm kind of unfortunate that I did. But at least I had something to rip on. That is my review, and next review I will be reviewing top worst villain songs, which I very much look forward to doing that. Alright, I'm Chosen Viper, peace out, y'all take care.